Banning TikTok in lieu of ByteDance divestiture is absolutely the right move. For those who don't know, ByteDance is a company that does lobby the US government, and that is on paper. They have to disclose that as a foreign entity that they commit funds to lobbying the US government. They lobby our Congress and our White House, including having lobbied them regarding the Defense Authorization Act, which specifies our annual defense budget. So this company, which has an internal CCP committee, an internal Chinese Communist Party committee, which makes sure that the correct messaging and political direction and values are conveyed on the platform. This company lobbies our government regarding our defense spending. So to pretend that this is not a national security issue is hilarious. Yeah, there are other people who are influenced by people that are lobbying on the part of American companies. That's some of the motivation for lawmakers. But for most of them, it truly is the fact that we're dealing with a national security vulnerability in the form of a company which has direct ties to the Chinese Communist Party lobbying our government regarding our defense spending. This is a big deal, and it is absolutely cause for concern. Yes, there are also data privacy concerns. The fact that you don't care about your personal data going to the CCP, that's one thing, but it also transmits community data. Data that is not yours to give, but because it is available via your phone and your apps and your information sharing between apps, there is data that is not personal, but is community data that is not yours to give, that you are freely sharing with the CCP. On top of this, a mainland Chinese subsidiary of ByteDance called Beijing ByteDance Technologies, I believe, has as a 1% stakeholder the Chinese government itself. 1% is not a big stake, but it happens to be that this stake is what's known as a golden share, which just means that at the end of the day, they do not need to have a majority stake in order to have a majority vote. So the Chinese government can outvote any other stakeholders despite holding only 1% of this company. Now, Beijing ByteDance Technologies oversees Douyin, which is the version of TikTok that serves mainland China. So they're not directly over American TikTok. But the problem is that internally, employees of ByteDance have said that there is a lot of internal overlap between personnel management and product development. That within the parent company ByteDance, there are not hard walls of separation in terms of influence between these different sections of the company. So yeah, this company does collect your data, the legality of which is questionable, and they do funnel it straight to the CCP intelligence community, but that's only part of the problem. They are, in fact, an arm of propaganda and influence for the CCP. Let's frame this for what it is. This is a foreign adversary indirectly lobbying our government with regard to our defense spending. That is a completely adversarial action, and it is dangerous. So the national security concerns are real. They should be taken seriously. You should believe the lawmakers that express genuine concern over this. And if you lose the revenue stream that TikTok had provided you, I am sorry. That really does suck. I'm not unempathetic toward this. I have a brother who largely supports his family with revenue from TikTok. But if ByteDance does not divest, it is better to rid ourselves of this foreign adversarial influence than to just let it go on unhindered. This is not a free speech violation. Your free speech is platformed and unimpeded on dozens of other apps and websites that do not present as much of a national security threat as ByteDance and TikTok. So go there. Continue to organize, continue to revolt, continue to do the things that free speech allows you to do, including criticize the government, and even criticize them about whatever aspects of this legislation you do not think are fair. But do not keep your head so far in the sand as to believe that this is not a national security concern that should be met with proper legislation.